Okay, if I could have everyone come on in and take their seats. And Shaman, could you close the doors for us back there? Thank you. Okay, welcome to the kickoff of WAS 7. Welcome all to Dubai. First, we're going to open up with the traditional GSMA antitrust statement. Just remember that antitrust law prohibits agreements, written or implicit, between competitors which may negatively impact consumers or competitors and the sharing of confidential information. All the GSMA participants must abide by this, so we'll clearly be identifying the purpose of each project, which of course we do here. You can, we won't enter into agreements that restricts others' actions or creates barriers to market entry. You can read the full GSMA antitrust policy on the GSMA Info Center website. With that, I'd like to go ahead and kick us off. First off, we're going to have the host welcome. We have Mr. Nasser Salim, who's the General Manager of EDCH, who's going to come up and speak to us. He has 25 years of industry experience, or 25 or more. He was previously a senior leader at Etisalat before he took the lead position at EDCH. So let's give Mr. Salim a good welcome.
Dear esteemed guests, it is with great pleasure that I welcome all of you in the 7th edition of Wholesale Agreement and Solution Group, meeting this time proudly hosted by Emirates Data Clearing House in Dubai. It is nice to see very familiar faces, and also I would like to thank all the newcomers and who joined the GSMA for their first time, and I hope this event will be a real success for them. I would like to welcome our partners, industry experts, and of course, who are the reason why we are here today. At EDCH, we value this opportunity to meet our industry colleagues and partners to shape the future of mobile communication, forge a new partnership, and support greater cooperation among all participant companies. I would like to encourage you to take advantage of this event and speak to our international partners, network, negotiate, and make steps to improve our industry. Allow me to personally invite each and every one of you at the EDCH stand and the Arabic Hospitality Lounge in the foyer of Baniyas Ballroom. Let us treat you for some Arabic coffee and days or challenge us for a round of billiards in our meeting rooms. On behalf of EDCH, I would like to say that we are all very excited to kick off this event and enjoy your company during the coming 4 days. As your host, I hope you will enjoy the program the GSMA and EDCH have designed for you, and I wish you an informative and fruitful conference. In addition, I would also like to invite all of you to one of the secrets of Dubai, hopefully. It's an event we have really worked hard to prepare for you, and I hope to see you all there and enjoy the event. So enjoy it, and hopefully wish you all the best. Thank you very much.
Welcome from Stanley Manzini from EDCH, and he's going to come up and speak to you for a couple minutes. Let's give Stanley a welcome, please.
Okay, good afternoon, everyone. Thank you, Mr. Nasser, for the warm welcome, and thank you to the GSMA. You know, it's after lunch now. It took me 2 weeks, actually, to prepare for this speech, I promise you. But as I'm standing right here in front of you, Julia, I think everything fleshed out, you know. But anyway, let's hope it's going to work out, you know, and I hope we're all going to enjoy, you know, the GSMA. Well, my name is Stanley Manzini. I'm from EDCH, and we are so proud to have all of you here. I heard you all have a great lunch, and maybe we are sleeping now, but I'm sure we will be okay. Don't worry. Now, I think this is where it all started. Well, that is my picture. That is Stanley Manzini, that's me. And I actually designed the phone. And all those guys called Nokia, Samsung, and whatever, they stole the idea from me. But in any case, It's good that you guys know exactly who is this Stanley. Okay, any case, guys, we are here now at the GSMA, and the whole purpose is to unlock the power of new technologies. I mean, we need to innovate for long-term socio-economic growth, and we need to empower the marginalized voices. I mean, how do we empower the marginalized voices? We've got this little gentleman his name is Ahmed from Afghanistan. I know him, by the way. His dad works in Dubai as a laborer. When his dad is flying to Dubai, as soon as he lands in Dubai, he wants to be able to call his son, or his son to call him. I know already you are thinking, but there is free Wi-Fi at Dubai airport, so that shouldn't be an issue to have roaming. But anyway, who said his dad has a smartphone? He doesn't have a smartphone. When he gets to Dubai, he needs to be able to call back his son. And in this meeting today, all of us, we are gathered together here so that we can make the end user experience of all our customers very good. We have to democratize telecommunications. That's why when you negotiate for those IoTs, make sure that you pass on the benefit to the end users. Because when you pass it on to the end users, your volumes will increase. And when the volumes increase, Ahmed will be able to call his dad. And guess what? Ahmed's friends will also be able to do the same. And you'll end up being happy that you are at least doing something to improve our industry. We need to improve the industry by making sure that we empower also the marginalized voices. I believe you all agree with me. Now, I think this picture was taken somewhere in Europe, I think. Jack? Is it correct? Yeah, it was somewhere in Europe. I think they ran out of gas. And they put on specials for this month, no fuel. If you don't have something, don't advertise. We are here in this meeting. If you can't offer the volumes that you are promising that you will give, please don't advertise. Because at the end of the day, it's about your reputation. For me, I believe reputation is far much more important than even the business. If you want to make things last, I mean, we live in an environment where we want to create profitable partnerships. When we talk about profitable partnerships, we are talking about things that will help you to make revenues and improve the industry in the long run. If you don't have something, don't even bother to advertise. Believe you me, I would rather have a great relationship with you than get your money now. Because if I have a good relationship with you, money is bound to follow at the end of the day. And at the end of the day, if we want to add value to our end users, this is what we are all about, all of us. We are all gathered here to see what can we do to add value to our customers. What can we do to add value to the people who bring value to us? This is what we're supposed to be doing. Now, if you want to work hard, like some people that I know, then you just become too busy. I'm sure you have seen this picture so many times, you know. Some friend of mine once told me that the people who are looking too busy, they are LBDN. But I know those people don't exist in this room. They are not in this room. Maybe they are outside. LBDN stands for looking busy doing nothing. But these guys are not in this room now. I think they are outside somewhere. And then the NATO, not the NATO forces, you know. The NATO stands for no action, talk only. Some people will promise you the world, but when you get back to their offices, they don't reply to email, they don't reply to calls, they don't reply, but they promised you the world. And I believe those people don't exist in this room either. So if you want to work hard, be like these people who are always saying that they are busy. At the end of the day, don't be looking busy doing nothing. And don't be someone who is labeled as a no-action, talk-only person. Be someone who can show results. Why? Because this is a small world. This is about connections. This is about making sure that the future generations are covered for tomorrow. Because if we meet together and we make it easy for our generations, my grandchildren will find a job today in your company because you were able to create opportunities for them by negotiating for the good IoTs, passing this on to the end user and getting more volumes. And when you get more volumes, you get more traffic and everyone is happy. So if you want to work smart and smooth, there is a company called EDCH outside. I'm sure you have seen them. They are here to help you so that they are part of your success story at the end of the month, at the end of the year. We all have targets here. So if you want to work smooth and you want to make sure you work smart, look no further than EDCH. We are here for you outside. And at the end of the day, none of us as all of us together. If you want to run fast, go alone. But if you want to run far, we are waiting for you outside. Thanks a lot. Thank you and enjoy.
So that's a great welcome from our hosts. Next up on this schedule, we have our next speaker is Mr. Hatem Dowidar. He's the Chief Operating Officer at Etisalat. He also is a member of the GSMA board, and as one of his duties in the GSMA board, he's the chairperson of the technology group, which is the group that WAS reports up into. And we were fortunate enough that he was able to work us into his schedule, and he's come to give us a few comments to the group. So let's give him a welcome, and thank you for being able to attend our group.
Hello. So welcome to Dubai. Really good to see all of you here. And a number of familiar faces, which is always reassuring when you're presenting. So I have actually almost two separate presentations, but mashed together to look as one, but you'll see they look a bit different. One with my Etisalat hat, where I'm going to give you a little bit of an update what's happening in the region. And the other one with the hat of being the chair of the GSMA Technology Group. And of course, I have to also make the disclaimer that Ian Panel sitting here is really the expert. So if there is going to be any tough questions, they should go to Ian, not me, because as a chair, you know, we do what chairs do in most companies, which is just, be a stately figure and organize things. So other people do the work. Don't say that to my chairman, though. So having said that, I think there are different forces that are affecting and shaping the technology in MENA. First, there is the technology innovation that are happening from the main vendors and suppliers. So 5G is coming everywhere. Everybody's talking about 5G, about Internet of Things, about virtual reality. And this region is very characteristic for wanting to be first in everything. You know, you have the tallest building, you have the most luxurious hotel, you have the busiest airport. So there's this always a tendency to really be ahead in lots of things. Then we have consumer habits that are evolving, and we see that happening similar in the region to other places, but even in some cases more. So we have, for example, one of the countries in the region, Saudi has one of the highest usage per customer in data. So in the world, highest number of hours of YouTube and video content in the world. So you can see that some of these consumer trends are happening elsewhere, are also happening in the region, but even sometimes amplified. And then we have and when we're talking the GCC, we're talking heterogeneous regulatory environment in telecom and adjacencies. However, if we extend further into the MENA region, then we can see some more, let's say, variations in the way governments and regulators handle the industry. So what are we trying to do to ensure our long-term sustainability? We're trying to protect our traditional revenues and margins, unlocking new revenue streams, if possible, getting them from adjacencies, and capturing opportunities for cost optimization whenever we can. And I think that, this group has a lot to do with protecting the existing revenues and margins, and also trying to optimize costs in many ways. So I think even new revenue streams in a way. So I think your group is very engaged into the key aims that we're trying to do in the industry. So we're going to talk about, in the landscape, about 6 different areas. So in the mobile networks, business solutions, growing data appetite, some of the voice trends, financial services and its success, and OTT unblocking trends. And I think the last one is probably a very interesting one, given that OTTs have eaten a big part of the cake that we had in both international calling as well as roaming in many places. So 5 years ago, was the start of some of the LTE early adoption. Today, we have almost LTE everywhere, and we have already existing trials of 5G across the region. And we think 5 years from now, we will have 5G as a mainstream technology everywhere in the region. So we have recently deployed a pre-commercial 5G network in the UAE. If you do a little bit searching online, you'll find some drones flying, sending virtual reality video footage from Dubai in 4K quality and all kinds of different things. And also we have done a trial here in Dubai recently where we achieved 71 gigabit per second of download speed on 5G, which I think is, I think so far is still the 71 is still the world record, but I'm sure as the technology becomes more commercial in the coming period, we'll probably see more of those. Also, in our operator in Saudi, Mobily, we also have launched a 5G tests with Nokia. And also other operators in the region have achieved similar 70 gigabit per second and early 5G deployments. Of course, we all know that the standards, the final standards for 5G are going to be approved sometime next year, so we don't expect to see any real commercial deployments before the latter half, with the exception of some areas like Korea, which have done some work with the Winter Olympics. I think probably we will see the real first consumer services at the end of 2019, with handsets only being available probably very late 2019 and early 2020 when we're going to see real 5G deployments. Digital services are becoming much more relevant for business segment. All companies are now looking about hosting their services in the cloud. Everybody is moving from buying normal software licenses to buying software as a service in the cloud with more flexible licenses. Today we have more and more managed services, but 5 years from now it's all about dedicated digital solutions. So a lot of people will not be having servers at their offices anymore. Everything will be digitized, will be in the cloud. We are seeing more and more of companies, even small ones, using chatbots and using other technologies, using tools to interact with their customers over social media and so on. So everything is going digital. Even you find an independent pizza place with just 5 outlets now have an app to order pizza. So digital is not anymore the big airline having an app to book tickets. It's the small pizza store with 5 stores have their own apps. Apps are becoming very easy to develop. Back ends are all in the cloud, and it's becoming simpler to link the app with their phones, with their customer database, and provide better service for their customers. So there is a huge growth in the digital opportunity. In the region, we see the big enterprises have been doing digital for a while, but now we see a boom with small and medium enterprise, and we see more and more end-to-end proposition for large enterprise and mega projects. I don't know if any of you had the chance to come over the weekend in Dubai or have your families with you. If you've ever been to Dubai parks, that, for example, is one mega project with 6 mega theme parks, including Legoland and Bollywoodland and so on. And actually, Etisalat in the UAE has done the entire telecommunications, security, queuing infrastructure in that project. So this is becoming something that in the past used to be hardware manufacturers doing it, but I think as telecom operators, as we grow more into the business space, there is more room to do these end-to-end propositions, because telecoms and Internet of Things and connectivity has become a much more bigger part of that cake than just some routers or some Wi-Fi antennas, which used to be the core of such a proposition in the past.